Sure is.
Stay tuned, everybody, because it's time for the Playin on Music Row podcast with your host, Fran. Heard each week on this station. And now, here's Fran.
Well, I concur with that sentiment. Well, today's guest, you just heard, is Laura Lacey from RahRahRabbit. And they have a great sound there. Could you maybe just give us a little idea where that video was recorded and when
Yeah.
you're live?
So that was at the Grand Ole Echo, at the Echo in Los Angeles. They do this really great country showcase every summer, every Sunday in the summer. Basically, it's hosted by Ben Riddell, and he booked us for that 2 years in a row. I think that might have been the year prior. We did it this year and last year as well, and that was our song "Dust" that I wrote for my brother who passed away in 2003, and so. But that's the full band on that big stage, and it was a really good day, and it was beautiful to be able to play it for that crowd. It was really nice.
Sorry to hear that. How did you become RahRahRabbit? That's a cool name. How did that happen?
That's a good question. Well, so I've been Rabbit for years now. Before I used to be in a band called Alice and the Rabbit. And then I went solo and just did Rabbit for a while. But there's a lot of rabbits out there. The music gets mixed up, and it's easy to get lost in the shuffle. So I added a couple Raws to it once I got the band, because I was like really excited to have a full band, and it got me pumped up. So I was like, well, let's just add some Raws at the beginning, and then that was it, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask this question then. How long have you been RahRahRabbit or Rabbit? When did you go solo?
So I went solo in 2018. Yeah, 2018. And then we got this formation of the band, I guess 2022. Yeah, so last year was when I really was able to pull everybody together. I did a few little releases just under myself, and I did a lot of performing by myself around Los Angeles and little showcases and things like that. But yeah, this formation of the band is only about 2 years old now.
Well, that leads you right into the next question, and that is who are the other members of RahRahRabbit?
Yeah. So right now, the way it stands, I've been lucky enough to play with my cousin, actually, Jalinda Palmer and Joe Napolitano. Joe plays drums and Jalinda sings background vocals. Joe also produces all of our recorded material as well. He's a very, very talented guy. And then I've got Andy Creighton on guitar, and Dave Mustang Lang playing bass. And we just switched fiddle players. Right now, I've got Ari Bina playing fiddle with us now. Before that, we had Phoebe Silva, and she's on a lot of the recording stuff, and she's great too. But she's in like 5 bands, so it's like really hard to get a hold of her. So now it's Ari, Mustang, Andy, Joe, and Jalinda, and me.
Okay. Well, who were some of the people that kind of influenced you at the beginning into getting into music?
Oh, well, it's so broad, and I've wanted to play music since I was a little girl. My dad's a musician. He's played with a lot of people. And so but what really kind of fueled this project was listening to a lot of like cosmic country type stuff, Townes Van Zandt and Graham Parsons, and Bonnie Raitt was a big influence too. But I also a huge like Velvet Underground fan, and like so I kind of blend a lot of the genres that I love together, which is why sometimes I get this they'll say I'm like punk country or cosmic punk country because it kind of ranges. I love David Bowie, maybe Neil Young. Really, Neil Young was like one of the big catalysts that made me want to play music. Bob Dylan, all those guys, Janis Joplin. It ranges all over the place.
Who's of all the greats? You have a song titled "Wolves." Can you give us a little bit of an background on that song? Because we're actually going to play the video of it.
Oh, great. Yeah. So, so I wrote that song basically about like the duality of good and evil resting inside of you, and which one to but it also like came to me as like more of an actual like visualization of a hunt with wolves as well. So it was basically kind of combining all of those things, going through a transformative period in my life, and which side am I going to go on, and what direction is it taking me, and bringing that into a place that had like a visual to it,
Okay, we're going to listen to Wolves now by Laura Lacy and RahRahRabbit.
Staring back at me.
Fantastic. I want to get that end in there. That's cool ending on there. You have that hook and you keep playing that hook. That's very good. It really hooks people in. When did you begin writing and performing your original music?
Well, gosh, I guess I couldn't sing and play guitar at the same time until I was about 15, 16 years old. I played guitar for other people for a long time when I was younger, like from the time I was about like 13. And then when I was 16, I was able to start singing and playing at the same time. And it gradually, but the band I was in before Alice and the Rabbit, we started in our 20s, and it was like we co-wrote everything. And then then after we stopped doing that, then I started writing my own stuff just by myself. I mean, there was a few songs that we performed that I had only written, it was kind of a collaborative effort that way. But gradually, so I'd say like in my mid-20s, I started doing more of just me and not relying so much on co-writing.
Okay. Well, I know you mentioned you get a lot of your ideas for songs from real life, which is a great place. Do you have any other ways that you find you get ideas for songs?
Sometimes I like to write stories. I like to make up stories and narratives. And that can bring inspiration. But a lot of times, and I think probably most of the time, I don't even know what I'm writing about until I'm done, because something will just come at me and need to get out of my system, basically. And then I'll realize, oh, that's what I was dealing with, that feeling or this issue, or okay, I get it now. Which is how Wolves was written. But yeah, most of the time, that's the situation. But occasionally I'll have an idea for a story and want to bring a narrative into a song from beginning to end.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of went through this a little bit, but now I'm going to nail you down and narrow it down. How would you describe your sound, the sound of RahRahRabbit?
Yeah. I guess I had a hard time pigeonholing it, but I think it kind of is a blend of all the different inspirations. There's some Americana, there's a little bit of blues, there's a little bit of punk, there's a little bit of cosmic psychedelicness to it. So it's like a pie of all of those things mixed together. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. So you have your own sound. And okay. Now we mentioned about Wolves, but you have a new release which is called Game You're Playing. Can you give us a little bit of background on that? Because we'll play that video too. Very cool.
Oh, great. Yeah, so that song, I got in an argument with a former partner, and and was driving to work. I went to the gym and I was still fuming, so I wrote this song in the shower after the gym, and by the time I got to work I had written the entire song. It was just okay. And I recorded it on my voice memos on my phone and had the whole song written in a morning on the way to work. And then eventually I brought it to the band and we all gave it a lot more life and sound and everything. But it's basically, comparing a difficult relationship with a lot of different games, because it felt like they were playing games. And so I brought all these different metaphors. It's fun. It's like a fun tongue-in-cheek sort of breakup-y song.
Well, I when a writer, can't remember which one it was, said that every breakup is worth 5 hits.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Get RahRahRabbit and Game You're Playing.
They say there's no winning with me. Well, you know there just might be. 'Cause you made me push restart so many damn times. That button just broke down on me. it's a game you're playing, and I ain't throwing in one more dime. Well, I ain't committed to winning or losing. I'm just done wasting my time. Well, it ain't my deepest wish to keep going on like this, 'cause I ain't holding the cards that you want, so you might as well go fish. Well, I don't know who's keeping score, but I know that we've done this before. So throw in the towel or call in the coach, but I ain't gonna play this no more, 'cause it's a game you're playing, and I ain't throwing in one more dime. Well, I ain't committed to winning or losing. I'm just done wasting my time. 'Cause it's a game you're playing, and I ain't throwing in one more dime. No, I ain't committed to winning or losing. I'm just done wasting my time. Said I'm just done wasting my time. Yeah, I'm just done wasting my time.
That game you're playing. That's what we were playing too. Pretty cool. Listen, I mean, you have your music career. I know you have a lot going on. How is your music career being promoted? Do you have people promoting you?
Yeah, well, right now I've got Kim Grant helping me out. She's great. And then that's about it at the moment, but she's been phenomenal. And we've gotten a couple write-ups, and we got a write-up in Holler. That was good. And Adobe and Teardrops. That was great. So yeah, and then I do all the Instagram stuff myself and all the Facebook stuff, and it all the social media things, because I guess like when you're an independent musician, you really play, you wear like 5 hats. So that's what you gotta do.
That's the way it works. That's actually the way it works in all businesses. So,
Yeah.
but you have a lot of tour dates. It seems silly you're performing quite a lot. Okay, and will you continue to be performing, and touring for this release games you're playing?
So right now, through the holiday season, we're kind of a little slow, but then we're picking back up next year. We for sure have we've got something lined up on February 2nd at the Silver Lake Lounge. We'll be celebrating actually the EP release, because I'm going to put out a few more songs at that same time. So for the moment, all we have lined up is February 2nd at the Silver Lake Lounge in Los Angeles. But you can always keep up with it on we have it on our website, RahRahRabbitmusic.com, or on my Instagram. I keep it pretty up to date as well.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're going to get yourself a New Year's date. That's always a real good one.
Yeah.
That's going to come up for you. And you kind of mentioned the next question is, and that is how can the listening audience find out more about RahRahRabbit? Now, you go to your website. You can mention that again. Anything else?
Yeah, so the website will have the links to everything, but we also have the Instagram. I generally update daily at RahRahRabbit Music. And then we've also been uploading I actually made another music video that's on the YouTube. So the YouTube is getting our YouTube channel is also getting pretty frequently updated as well. So yeah.
Okay. Well, here's a real kind of curveball, real tough question. Okay, I've asked you a lot of questions. Now, is there anything I haven't asked you that you want to tell the listening audience?
That is a curveball question. I can't think of anything right now, but Yeah, just keep in touch with us. You can reach out to us at any time, but yeah, go check out our website and our Instagram, and we'll tell you all about what's going on.
Do you communicate with them? I mean, do they contact you through the website and you reply back to them?
Yeah, definitely. You'll be speaking directly with me because no one else handles any of that.
Yeah. No one else will do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Laura Lacey, I think the Nashville Broadcasting Network wants to thank you for taking the time to speak with us. It was really a pleasure speaking with you, and
Yeah.
you have a great sound.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute delight. Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome.